That'll become relevant in a few minutes' time when we talk to Beth Macari. But before we do, here's a single she recorded. It's called Boy.
Hold me close, won't you? Whisper in my ear. Tell me sweet things you know a girl wants to hear. Share with me your secrets, all the things that make you you. I wanna get to know what makes you laugh and love like you do. Boy, I think that you could be the best one that I ever knew. Wish we met sooner. I know that you're not like all them other boys. Won't you be my love? Kiss me now, won't you? Don't ever let me go. I can't wait to see where our story goes. I love being with you. Won't you stay another night? We can just sit and drink whiskey, watching stars until light. Boy, I think that you could be the best one that I ever knew. Wish we met sooner. I know that you're not like all them other boys. Won't you be my love? Wish we met sooner. I know that you're not like all them other boys. Won't you be my love?
That was Beth Macari's 2018 single called Boy. You're listening to me, Brodie Wolstenholme, on the 44 to 501 show on KUHS-LP Solar-Powered Community Radio. And I am delighted to say today that I have got the wonderful Beth Macari on speaking to me. Beth, what, all the way from Newcastle?
Yeah, from Newcastle.
Oh, brilliant. So, Beth, do tell my listeners a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a soul singer and songwriter from Newcastle, as you now know. And I'm in the process of releasing 5 singles, which basically each single represents a chapter, and they're all very, very based around honesty and self-acceptance. And the first 2 chapters are now out.
The second chapter just dropped, what, last Friday?
I think so, yeah. It was, yeah.
Yeah. And so we're going to get, what, 1 a month for the next 3 months?
That was the initial plan, but obviously everything's a little bit up in the air with what's going on in the world at the minute and stuff. I'm trying to decide what I think is best and stuff, but so far the response has been really good. So yeah, I'm just still kind of working it out for definite. It might be kind of the end of June where the next one drops.
Oh, okay. Well, over here, Arkansas has not been in a particularly heavy lockdown. So what is it like for you in the UK?
It's been like this, I think, 6 weeks or something now, where like, I mean, I'm not going to lie, as of even just the past week, it seems to be quite a bit busier on the roads and stuff, if you know what I mean. I think people maybe aren't quite following it as well as they should be. But yeah, for the past 6 weeks, it's been like, don't see anybody, all bars, shops, restaurants, everything's obviously closed. So it's, yeah, kind of me, myself and I for everybody over here.
Oh, wow. That must be driving some people absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
So how are you coping with the isolation, or are you able to reach out to your fans and so on?
Yeah, obviously the power of the internet. I'm managing, like, obviously putting this music out, and they've got music videos and getting a great response and stuff. But it's just, I'm a people person, if you know what I mean. So for me, not being able to see my grandma and stuff like that, it's just crazy. Like, I usually go and see my grandma like 3 times a week. So it's crazy that it's been 6 weeks since I've seen her. Like, I go and stand and look at her through a window, which sounds a bit odd.
No, I understand. Over here, I'm part of what we call the Breakfast Club, which is a group of some older ladies. Our oldest member, she's 95. Oh, wow. And so we are definitely keeping our distance from her at the moment, because we would hate for anything to, for any of us to inadvertently bring the thing into her house. Yeah. That would be just terrible. So how did you get into soul music? What pointed you in that direction in terms of your musical tastes?
To be honest, I feel like soul has always been my primary go-to when it comes to music. Like, even when I was young and like my friends might be listening to the Spice Girls or something, I was listening to Aretha Franklin, Songbird by Eva Cassidy. That was like my first album I fell in love with when I was young. Even like Alanis Morissette, I feel like my taste as a kid was never kind of mainstream or poppy, if you know what I mean. And then as I've been about 15 years old, I started in my first soul band. I've gigged all around the UK. I joined a soul funk band called Nick Pride and the Pimptones, and we toured Europe and had a great album which got a lot of like Radio 6, BBC music and stuff, plays. So I think I've always been soul-led, if that makes sense.
Okay. I think I read somewhere in one of the articles, as I was doing my reading up on you, you're a soul singer for weddings?
Well, I did. Like, obviously, from being 15 years old, every weekend I was singing most Friday, Saturdays and Sundays, whether it be at weddings, pubs and clubs. When I was 19, I was, you might actually have heard of it, I was Jane McDonald's backing singer. So I've always gigged. It's always been my kind of bread and butter, if you know what I mean. So, but I don't really do it as much now. It's very much, the focus is on my original music.
Okay. Oh, good. So for I guess it's an EP really, because
yeah,
five tracks is a little bit short to be called a full CD or an album. But on the EP, have you written all of the lyrics? Yeah.
I do the lyrics and the melody, and then I've got a wonderful band who I then take in a song that's pretty much 80-90% already written, in the sense of the lyrics are there, the melody's there, the full structure's there. But obviously vocals is my instrument. I don't play any other instruments. Then my band come in and they do the magic, and we'll get the right chords and we'll start to kind of construct the rest of the song. So that's how it works.
Oh, right. So not just a singer, a songwriter too. That's wonderful. So can you tell me a little bit about the EP? I know you just said 5 chapters, but what's the sort of backstory to it? What prompted you to pick that particular set of subjects?
Well, I've been lucky. Definitely, I was going to be a bit negative there, but I've definitely been lucky enough to be signed on 2 different record labels, one actually being one based in the US. But my experience of both those times that I was signed were very kind of negative, and I was heavily criticized for my body and how powerful my voice was, and a few things that actually I think are what make me me. And you might have, when researching my kind of catalogue so far, you might have seen I did a chunk of dance music and went a lot more poppy and stuff. And as much as I wrote all those songs myself and I love them and I'm proud of them, I had no creative input other than the writing of the song, if that makes sense. Like, it was very much, right, now I'm doing this, I'm going to make you do that and stuff, and had no control over how I wanted to look or anything. And when I finally got out of the second record deal, which again just didn't really go in my favor, I wasn't really supported, I think, the way you should be in the industry. From that, I was like, I'm not doing this again. Like, I'm going to make sure that what I put out it's from me, it's from my heart, and I'm doing what I love, if you know what I mean. So at the end of last year, me and my band were set on writing about 20 songs. And of the 20 songs, these 5 were what we all agreed on were our favourites. And because of the thing I'd just been through and everything, the theme throughout pretty much all 20 songs were about just accepting who you are, making your own decisions for yourself, and not letting people put you down. So that's how this EP was born.
Oh, right. Well, certainly, sitting as I do, pulling music together every week, I find it fascinating and also in some cases very disheartening, listening to the way that a really good song is just ruined by a record company by compressing the dynamic range out of it horribly, and it's just all the same volume. And then the ones that drive me absolutely nuts is where somebody then goes and adds fake sort of pickup noise from as if it was put on a vinyl record.
Yeah.
and that just really upsets me. So to have gotten control over the recording process so that the band is actually it's all the way through to the very end, the product that you produce is what you want it to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant, and I really support you in that effort. I think that's great.
We've actually started building our own studio. Me and my drummer share an office together, and we've started kind of forming our own studio from it. And all 5 singles were actually recorded ourselves, which we've never done before. We've always went into a studio, used an engineer and stuff like that. Whereas with these 5 songs, it was our first go at actually recording everything ourselves. So it was really chuffed at the end of it, just because of that.
Well, I have to say, they do sound beautiful. From a technical perspective, they sound absolutely fabulous. Musically, they're wonderful, and the stories that you're telling so far have been absolutely knockout. And I've really enjoyed them, and will continue to be playing them, and will continue to keep an eye out for each track as it comes out. So, how have the records been received?
They seem to be being received well. Like, especially in the US, to be honest, which is just crazy. Like, I've never been to America. I would absolutely love to. And there's a indie soul chart kind of thing, and I got to number 30 in that with the first single. And even in the UK, like, there's quite a lot of, like, the majority of the feedback I've got has been really positive and really encouraging. So I've been really, really happy and thankful about it all.
Oh, good. I noted the indie chart. When I went to try and find the version that should have been posted online, the one that you had got posted in your Facebook page was actually a week ahead of what I could find. So I've got to do a bit more research to find out why that one's a week behind. One of the things that I do is a birthday set. So the last half hour of the show, I typically trawl through people who have had birthdays in that last week and pick out some songs for them and play them. And I think that's how I came across you originally. Cool. When actually was your birthday, if I can ask?
Yeah, the 13th of April, so just a couple of weeks back.
That's how I found you. So it does work. It's great.
That is really quirky. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, it means that I can guarantee I'm not going to be playing tracks from the same artist week after week after week.
Yeah.
Because I like to minimize the repeat plays, unless it's something that is new, very fresh, and I must admit, playing all of your tracks as they come out. So
thank you.
Just to wrap up, my family is currently playing a game. I've got an extended family. I have family both in the UK, mostly centered in Leeds, and also in Norfolk, Virginia. And Glasgow, Scotland, and
Oh, wow.
Sydney, Australia. So
Nice.
we're spread out over the globe, and we're
Yeah.
keeping in touch using WhatsApp. And for the last month, we've been going through a 31-day music challenge. And actually, we've just started a new round. So it was a case of here's 31 days of, or pick out a tune that. We'd have things like a colour or a place name in the title. Could you play along with me for let's say 5 questions?
I can certainly try.
Okay. All right. So today's song is a song you love from the year you turned 18.
Oh gosh, I'm not very good at maths. When did I turn 18? 2020 now. Just turned 20. You might need to help us with maths. 1 second. Let me just make sure I actually get the year right. I'm gonna have to Google songs from that time as well.
That's don't worry. That's exactly what all of us have done.
I feel like I don't even remember anything as of like from a week ago, if you know what I mean, let alone from when I was 18.
Yeah, the thing has sort of addled all of our brains. The Billboard organization has year-end top 100 singles charts for every year that they've been doing it. So my wife and I got into a little bit of a heated argument as to could we both pick songs from the year that we were born. We were both born in the same year, and she was born in January and I was born in November. So she really wanted me to pick songs from the year after. I'm going, no, that's not fair. So we ended up both picking 2 very different songs. In fact, mine was Clean Up Woman by Betty Wright. So have you figured out when you were 18 yet?
Yes, it was 2011, and
Okay.
I'm looking at some songs. Oh, Gaga was really doing a thing in 2011, so I'm tempted to go with Lady Gaga, You and I, because I love that.
Oh, great choice. Brilliant choice. Yeah, love that. Okay, let's think. A song that makes you want to dance.
Oh, I'm Every Woman.
I'll
Yeah.
go for that. That's good.
Yeah. Whitney and Shaka.
Yeah. Let's have a think. The first song you ever bought.
I know the first album I ever remember buying was Songbird by Eva Cassidy, but I don't know about
Okay.
what song.
Well, that works. I'll take the first album.
This gets your brain going.
Yeah. Let's have a think. A song that reminds you of summertime. Now, as I recall, summertime in Newcastle could be, 4 seasons in a day, can't it?
Yeah. I've written a song about the summertime, and it's the only kind of happy summer song I've ever written in my life. So I feel like that's just what comes to my head. Is that too selfish to pick your own song?
No, not at all. What is it? Is it released?
No, it's not, but it's going to be on my album.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for that.
It's literally called Feeling, so.
Yeah. Okay. And the last one is a song that will always remind you of lockdown.
Ooh. I would say, again, it's to do with Lady Gaga, but I've been going live quite a lot over this lockdown period, and people keep on requesting that I sing the songs from A Star Is Born. So I've sang the main ones like Shallow and Never Love Again. So I feel like it would be one of those songs I'll definitely always remember, like would remind us of this period.
Oh, yes. Very, very personalized reaction there. I think that's great. So that's the 5 questions I was going to ask. So, Beth, whereabouts can people find out about you?
Pretty much anywhere over the internet. All my music's on all of the streaming platforms and download platforms. My Facebook's just Beth Macari Music. All of my socials are pretty much just my name.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll pass that on and let folks know, and hopefully we'll get some more traffic to you. So would you like to set up your new single and then I'll play it?
Indeed. You're listening to 44 to 501 show with KUHS Radio. I'm Beth Macari, and you're listening to my latest track, You Made My Baby Cry.
I don't know how to understand what hurt you so bad to make you sink so low. There's no turning back. You played the victim once again. Oh, why can't you see what you're doing? You spread your lies, they always come back. You do it once and that's on you. You do it twice, you're just a fool. I played your game just like you do. I am done, I've tried to see your side. You make my baby cry. I just don't get that, no. 5 years on and you're still causing so much. What will it take for you to get it? She loves me and I ain't letting her go. You did it once, I expected you. Time goes on and you're still a fool. Your silly games have turned on you. I am done, I've tried to see your side. You make my baby cry. I just don't get that. You played the victim, no turning back now. You played your game just like I just don't get that. It's been 5 years now. What hurt you so bad? Your silly games have time. I just don't get that. You played the victim, no turning back now. You played your game just like I just don't get that. It's been 5 years now. What hurt you so bad? Your silly games. I am done. I've tried to see your side. You make my baby cry. I am done. I've tried to see your side. You make my baby cry. I just don't get that, no.
So that was Beth Macari with You Made My Baby Cry, and thank you, Beth, for taking the time out of your schedule today to talk to me. I really do appreciate it. As Beth said, you can find her on most of the streaming media platforms. Just search for Beth Macari, Macari. She's also very active on Instagram and on Facebook, and keep an eye out for those live sessions that she and her band are going to be doing on Facebook. Well worth a listen in.